Laura Brown and I teach on the nutrition undergrad degree. So initially we will obviously introduce you to the concepts of nutrition, metabolism, how the human body works, digestion, those type of processes. There's core themes that run all the way through the degree. We have an emphasis in each year on group work, working in a team, in effective communication, and obviously employment and being employable at the end. We have a focus kind of all the way through on your skill development, and each year your modules that you do feed into your next year, and then to the end come to this kind of all-round qualified individual in nutrition, in health, in public health, and being able to work with people and do research as well. So for example, in your first year you'll do kind of food science and nutrition, so again getting your underpin of nutrition. You'll carry this through into your second and then your final year, for example, you do clinical nutrition. So it's just a little bit more in depth in terms of you'll do some blood analysis, we'll look at iron content, cholesterol, but at this point we understand it all because we've done the underpinnings from the first year. You'll do a fabulous module called sports nutrition as well. So whilst we've got a theme running through of obviously health and nutrition and diet and public health, we are also aware that there's many applications to nutrition, and a huge market is athletes and sports nutrition. So we have you working with athletes, developing, designing protocols, developing diets for clinical populations as well. Another theme that we have running through is obviously a product development side. So there's a huge market right now, isn't there, for new products, for plant-based, vegan at the moment is trending. So we ask our students to come in and again build that research and that understanding in your first couple of years. And then your final year you produce this all singing, all dancing product that resembles the market at the time and the climate, and you've done all your research and you make your packaging and your labelling and you have this fabulous product. And usually that's what our students use at the end in terms of interviews and standing out. They'll use these products or their research that they've done or the diet they've produced for this person, and that gets them into that kind of next level of, yes, your degree will get you to your interview, but what makes you stand out at your interview, and it's usually what you've done within your modules. So within a degree, we have a focus obviously on the academic side and developing those skills, your research skills, your communication, interpersonal development, but we, like I've said earlier, we have a huge focus on your employability at the end. So to get you to that point, we really have a strong push on what you can do outside of just your modules. So just, yes, you do your learning, but that's going to get you to the interview, but we have to get you equipped in the working environment, and in your interviews we need you to demonstrate what you've done. So we have lots of opportunities, a huge range. We have, for example, councils, food companies, public health authorities and bodies approach the university all the time for students to write a piece of research for them, or do some data analysis, or can they have an idea of a public health concept that we can do to generate more interest in public health in terms of maybe smoking cessation or getting us to be more active. So we're constantly approached by the council for those type of projects, and we really encourage and support our students to get involved in those. Additionally, we have a lot of food companies or individuals come to us with ideas of a product, but they don't know how to get the product it's just in concept stage, and how do we get it to the end stage, and that's where our students come in. So they'll take this product for this company and they'll run with it. They'll do everything from the basic core nutrition understanding of what claims they can make on this product, right through to the process designing, the making of it, the labelling, the nutrition, the claims, the analysis, the costing, right through to this end product for that company. So there's so many opportunities, and we encourage our students. So in the academic year it's quite intense, say for September to December, But then you have a kind of break over Christmas and between the next semester, so we always encourage this time. You're never off as a student. You shouldn't find yourself being off and having time off. We say, right, this is the time now, there's these placement opportunities or these volunteering opportunities. There's lists and there's loads of support at the university to go and get yourself on as many projects as you can. How are you going to go and spend your time? And we'll support you on doing as many as you can, because we kind of believe in ruling out kind of maybe what you definitely know you don't want to do when you graduate, and to have that kind of understanding of, okay, yes, I'm glad I tried that because I definitely now know I don't like that aspect, and actually I'm really enjoying this side of it, so I'd like to go and have some experience in this field, and that's what we'll absolutely support you through to do. So it's really important, and it's quite interesting actually. A lot of students come in with quite a firm idea of definitely going to be a dietitian or a sports nutritionist, or I'm definitely going to work in public health. And the transition in that individual and the change in that individual in terms of trying it, exploring it, and just realising, actually this is quite different to what I thought, or there's certain skills that I'm not being challenged there, I'm not having to use them, I think I'm definitely going to go and try and be a little bit more involved in this area. So again, go and do a placement in that, and then over the 3 years you'll have done that many placements, have that much experience that you know 100% what you would like to go into. So, okay, facilities here are absolutely fabulous. So from a clinical side, we've got all the clinical suites I think you could want to use and need in terms of nutrition and clinical nutrition and dietetics. So you have your blood sampling and analysis labs. We have the dietary analysis software and package that they use in the hospitals and the clinical settings. We have them here. So by the time you graduate here, in terms of that side of it, the being able to analyse diets, client diets, or run a recipe if you're trying to tweak a product, we have the best software, and you'll be more than competent in using it, as well as blood sampling and analysis. These are kind of key skills that we want on your CV. And when you leave, you're absolutely fully qualified, and you probably have done them so much you don't want to do them again, but that's how good you'll be with them. From a physiology, sports nutrition side, body composition, you will use again some of the gold standard equipment here. So we'll take you through the basic ones that we use that are reliable but not classed as the gold standard, and then we'll train you up onto the gold standard best equipment to use. You'll know the difference between why we do have this as an option but why this is better, and how to use both. Sports nutrition, absolutely fabulous. Kind of whatever you would like to do to your athlete. If you'd like to heat them up or have them exercising in very warm conditions or very cold conditions, we have an environmental chamber, and we manipulate all kinds of environmental factors in there, so that's always exciting to do. And then we have a swimming pool on campus, which nobody really knows about, and we always have our students in there with the athletes, and again they've got them on a diet, you're manipulating everything, you're taking some blood from the athletes, you're having them do an exercise, measure an exercise test, and you're measuring performance. So the facilities here are absolutely fabulous, and there's nothing that you won't do. And then from a food lab perspective, we have 4 all singing, all dancing food labs. They've just been renovated, just been kind of put together. They're absolutely fabulous. There's nothing you cannot produce in our food labs. We have many students have gone on to be dietitians, registered nutritionists, dietitians. So there's that route. We have many that have gone into public health. So they work maybe with the council, they produce protocols and evidence-based research and health promotions. So when you see, things like the Couch to 5K, those are the type of projects you can be involved with. We have a range of health trainers that they've gone out to be health trainers, work in the community, maybe be community nutritionists. Many students go on to do the teacher training. So there's food tech, food FE, I think it's called, food tech. and biology teachers, sports PE teachers, primary teachers, secondary education. There's a range of opportunities there in further education. Obviously further study, if you would like to do the dietetics masters or other masters, it opens other doors like the sports nutrition, and we have a few that have gone on to do sports nutrition masters and are now doing PhDs in that area. We're going to be researchers and lecturers. You will be able to research, you will be a researcher because you'll be fully equipped in the key research skills. So you could go on to do be a research assistant. We've had quite a few working at this university kept on as research assistants, and other places employed as research assistants. And then one of the biggest employment sectors is the food product development industry, the food industry. So they kind of take all of our students and they go in at a manager level, not at, like learning the roles, because you've learned everything, so you go straight in at manager role. So anything in the food industry, could be from your health, your inspection side of things, rather if you're maybe more interested in that, or the food product development side. So there's a whole spectrum there of employment opportunities. So you'll see you'll span from health, from public health, from working with clients, being a registered nutritionist, a dietitianist, being in the council, and then the whole food product side market as well. You are covered for in all of those areas. You will be employable. If you would like to find out more, we would love to see you at a university open day.